The house in which Daniel Boone was born was made of log and stood over a spring. This stone dwelling, erected in 1779, was built over the foundation of the original log structure where Boone was born. In 1756, when Daniel Boone was 22 years old and Rebecca 17, they were married along the forks of the Yadkin River. Their marriage was duly recorded in the family Bible. Fate came riding up the Shenandoah and down the Yadkin River valleys in early 1769, leading a pack horse.
As far along as you know the route, eh?
In front of a roaring fire, Findlay and Boone talked about Kentucky.
From the top of an eminence, I saw with pleasure the beautiful level of Kentucky.
Along the Kentucky River, these gigantic, weathered palisades, more than 400 million years old, appeared to Daniel Boone in 1769 almost exactly as they appear today. Just before dawn, October 10th, a party of Shawnee crept up close to James Boone's party and opened fire. Finally, Big Jim killed James Boone and Henry Russell with ferocious blows from his tomahawk. The Cherokee were finally invited by Henderson to treaty negotiations along the Watauga River at Sycamore Shoals near present-day Elizabethton, Tennessee, in March 1775. The warriors' path was cleared and marked for nearly 50 difficult miles. At the Hazel Patch in present-day Laurel County, Boone and his axemen turned northwest, following a hunter's path to what would be named the Rockcastle River. They cleared a trail until they reached present-day Madison County. The British would wage war against the settlers on the frontier by using the Native American tribes to do the fighting. And the British would pay for scalps. For his role in paying for scalps, Governor Henry Hamilton would become known as the hair buyer.
Captain Boone, you may be recognized.
Thank you, sir.
Daniel Boone presented a bill.
You are acquainted with the bill my brother proposed. If I may crave your indulgence, I should like to propose a bill here in our infant settlement to encourage the breeding of fine horse flesh, if I may.
Believing her husband was dead, Rebecca Boone gathered up all her children and all the belongings she could place on the backs of horses and departed Boonesboro in early June 1778. The invasion force attacked Boonesboro on every side. They even tried to tunnel under the fort. Boone, who had been slightly injured, steadied the men along the walls and in the blockhouses of the fort, giving them words of encouragement and direction. Children huddled with the elderly in terror for 9 days and nights. A continuous fire was kept up from the walls and the blockhouses.
The testimony you're about to give, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but...
A court-martial was held at Logan's Fort. Boone refused the help of a lawyer, defending himself instead. The jury acquitted Daniel Boone on all counts.
Marching to the Kentucky River.
Only in October 1779 did the Boones start back to Kentucky. Possibly joining the Boone party on his trip back to Kentucky was Boone's kinsman, Captain Abraham Lincoln, and his family, that included a son, Thomas, who would be the father of the 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. A ferocious battle ensued for about 15 minutes. The Kentuckians were quickly overpowered. The Native American warriors chased the Kentuckians with tomahawks, knives, and war clubs. More than 67 Kentuckians fell. 11 were taken prisoners.
For my part, I am as ignorant as a child of all religion. I live to do all the good to my neighbor and myself that I can, and do as little harm as I can help, and trust in God's mercy for the rest. And I believe God never made a man of my principle to be lost.
At dawn, on September 26, 1820, Daniel Boone died after a short illness, surrounded by his surviving children and very numerous grandchildren and friends. "I'm going home now. My time has come," he is reported to have said just before he died.